Right guys, full disclosure, I am actually a little bit terrified. Little Miss Organised with her healthy habits has a confession to make, and that is, for the past 2 months, my life has been an absolute mess. And I know you've heard that one before, but trust me, it only gets messier from here. Please ignore everything you can see in the back of this video because it is verging on criminal how disgusting the flat is looking right now. What is my excuse, I hear you ask? Well, yesterday we flew 14 hours back from Japan, which I would say is a pretty good excuse. Had my birthday celebration, I had friends coming to stay, I had probably the busiest 2 weeks of my life before flying over to Japan. I was living in a little bit of a cesspit, I can't lie. I start my masters in 5 days. 5 days, and I would very, very, very much like to get my ducks in order before I start my masters. Start the masters with a nice clean slate, everything in my life organised so that I can focus on being a good student. So I have only 5 days to achieve that, and today is day one. I'm also going to weigh myself, and I want to preface this by saying that I have a much better relationship with weighing myself than I did previously. I probably weigh myself every couple of weeks. I think as a data point it's actually really useful, but obviously it's been completely demonised by diet culture to the point that women are terrified of the scales. I do not want that to be the case because unintentional weight loss, weight gain can be signs of more serious conditions. So I needed to heal that relationship with weighing myself. Now, I think I've done a pretty good job of that. Since I have been in Japan, I am pretty sure I have put on a little bit of weight. That's not a bad thing. I was on my hollybobs having a great time, eating an awful lot of fried prawns, but it is a data point I would very much like to know where I am standing. If this is quite triggering for you, I'm not going to say my weight. I just want to see how much I've put on. Okay. 1 kilo. That's not bad at all. I also do think once you remove the fear, you remove its power. So after Japan, my routine is not the only thing that fell off track. My skin has too. Long haul flights are basically like putting your face in a dehydrator. Little bit of a medical factoid for you, but the cabin air is super dry and humidity drops by around 20%. So my skin barrier definitely took a hit. If you want the full sciencey breakdown of how to protect your skin barrier, I did make a whole video on it. I'll link it down below and on screen now, along with the products I'm using to try and get my skin back on track. One thing I'm absolutely not going to mess around with is my skin hydration. If you're new here, then 2 months ago, I left my job as a doctor to start a master's in women's health and build a women's health podcast from scratch. And delusional me thought, yes, how hard could it be to juggle everything all at once? But as if that was not enough. Please ignore the Tonys in the background and the unpacked suitcases, because if you've watched any of my recent vlogs, then you'll also know that I am trying to move. We were aiming to move before we left for Japan. That did not happen. Life was extremely busy, and because of that, we are like half packed, kind of living in this limbo where we're neither. Nothing is organised here and nothing is organised there. I thought that was all until I saw this. Oh my god. Dylan!
Whoa. You left a drink.
Oh guys, I left a drink out before we went to Japan. If you're squeamish, I would advise you do not look. But if you thought moving and starting a master's was everything, spoiler alert, big plot twist incoming. And if you're thinking, Faye, that is an awful lot for just one girly pop to be doing, I haven't finished yet. I'm also due to be running a 10k in 2 weeks. I did a marathon in April. What is 10k in comparison to 40? However, I did not run the entire time I was in Japan. So I am a little bit concerned about my ability to run this 10k. I also think that I'm going to be running it with Dylan, Savannah and Savannah's boyfriend, all who are a lot faster than me. Hence why I am wearing my favourite running shorts from Gymshark. This is absolutely not backed up by research, but Every girl knows that putting on a cute outfit makes a workout at least 10 times more appealing, which personally for me makes it a hell of a lot harder to procrastinate, which is why I am so grateful that Gymshark are sponsoring today's video.
Please ignore all the boxes everywhere, but I just got a super exciting parcel from Gymshark and I thought I would do a little haul, show you what I got. I'm gonna move you here so the lighting is a little bit better, but everything I'm gonna show you is from their Vital collection, and if you want to get a little bit of money off, then you can use my code drfaye. I believe it gets you 10% off. This pink is, the shorts are like a mix between typical gym shorts, but then they've got like an overlaying fabric, so it's a little bit more like running shorts, like a good middle ground, which I like because I feel like gym shorts, I do get a little bit self-conscious that middle-aged men are staring at my arse. Shorts. I feel like these might be my new favourite. Or the green, also super cute. And in the collection there is also the sports bra and the leggings as well, and the red, and this half zip as well. Well, as I mentioned, if you did want to get some new gym clothes for autumn, back to school, back to uni, whatever, then my discount code is drfaye and it should get you 10% off at Gymshark. I will leave all the names of the items that I'm wearing in the description box. Just gonna take it super easy, conversational pace, and see how we get on.
I could not procrastinate anymore. Time to put on my big girl pants and test how unfit I really was. Another key goal I had to get back on track, start cooking nutritious food at home again. So I made my favourite hearty breakfast, which is like this egg and sautéed veg moment with potato and spices. But little did I know how overambitious I was trying to be, moving house and setting a meal prepping habit at the same time. You know you've slipped into sleep deprivation induced delay when you start singing to the spicy sauce.
Hot sauce, hot sauce, hot saucy sauce, hot sauce, hot sauce, hot saucy sauce.
And yes, given my to-do list, I should be glued to my desk or packing boxes, but as you're about to see, my decision-making skills were quite questionable.
You're wondering, Faye, why are your eyebrows and your eyelashes suddenly so much darker than the last time you turned the camera on? Well, I think any normal person who had as much laundry as I have to do, plus unpacking my suitcase, plus moving flat, plus preparing for my masters, would not see that as an opportunity to have a little bit of a pamper day. However, I have spent 2 years working in the NHS where my physical appearance has taken the lowest priority in my life, so I thought, you know what, let's have a little bit of a pamper day before I'm thrown back into a full-time masters. I think I got my eyebrows threaded for the first time in ages and I forgot how painful it was. I think my lash lift looks good this top. I should have said I don't want it on the bottom lashes. I don't think it looks great with fair hair and like normally quite fair eyelashes. I think also she's gone a little bit heavy here on the eyebrow tint, but I do feel like eyebrow tint fades quite quickly. So I'm not too worried, just maybe please ignore my prominent facial features today. I'm gonna make myself a matcha and then I have a video to review. And then, guys, then I have a facial. I promise my life is not always this self-indulgent. This is my first matcha that I'm making since coming back from Japan, where I actually learned how to make matcha properly. So I'm extremely excited.
By the time you're watching this, the longevity video is already out. That little beast took 10 drafts and a small piece of my sanity. So yes, I did reward myself, because what's the point of surviving deadlines if you cannot give yourself a little treat afterwards?
Right, so that was about half an hour's worth of work. Now it's time for a facial.
If you are wondering why we have jumped straight to day 2, then all will be revealed. But to give you a hint at what happened, I woke up at 1:27 and for the love of God, I could not get back to sleep. So I thought I would read my emails, because the best sleep advice I've ever heard is don't just lie in bed stressing about not being sleepy. It just makes it worse. Try and do something and let yourself get sleepy naturally. However, that did not happen. Sleep deprivation and adult money really do not go hand in hand.
When is it?
July next year. It's your Christmas present.
It's a bit early to be telling me that.
And just to clear out my inbox, and then I got a pre-sale link from Amex. So I just thought, why not? Let's go to the F1. I was going to keep it secret, but I'm not very good at that. 2 in the morning. I've been awake for 2 hours. Good morning, team. It is 4:45 in the morning. God bless jet lag. I am wide awake. I thought that I would try and get back and have some sleep. Got back into bed, could not sleep. So I guess I'm up now. And as you may have just seen, I did purchase 2 tickets for the Grand Prix in Silverstone next year at 2 a.m. in the morning. And this is why I shouldn't make big financial decisions sleep deprived. But should be fun. Always wanted to go to the F1, so why not? Myself and Dylan did actually want to wake up. So last night I went to bed at 6 p.m. I don't know what happened. I had a nap, and then Dylan made dinner, and he came in to our bedroom and was like, Faye, wake up, time for dinner. And I was like, absolutely not. There is no way in hell I'm getting out of this bed. And I did not. But we need to clear loads of stuff out the new flat so that we don't miss the bin men. So we're going to go to the new flat in about 20 minutes. Anyway, so it was kind of good that I am up at this time.
But little did I know, another big problem was waiting for me at our new flat. I thought the hardest part would be packing, but actually,
What needs clearing? Should we start with that big black thing?
and because you guys have helped me sort my life out so many times.
If anyone knows any good interior designers or kitchen designers, please can you send them my way, because I'm done. I am done making decisions about what on earth to do with this flat. Even if you don't know any interior designers, if anyone could give me any idea what to do about this kitchen, that would be great. In other news, the bathroom is done! Oh my god! Yeah!
I think we can paint the wooden box.
I am back, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't really do very well yesterday with sorting my life out, so we're going to have to up the ante because I don't have much time, and yesterday I basically wasted an entire day getting beauty treatments and then sleeping. So we're gonna have to bring in the big boys, and by bringing the big boys I mean take my own advice and basically watch a video I made about changing your life in 7 days, which I swear by everything I say in that video, and I need a little bit of a refresher. 2 times speed. Let's watch this.
Write your story to stop living a life that you don't live. This is it.
She knows some good stuff, you know.
You need a month or even a year to turn your life around. You only need 7 days, and this is the
Day 1, squashing the fear of change. Okay.
Was why to resist change.
Day 1 challenge, write down as many times you have overcome challenges. God, that's a great activity. Love that. But before I can do that, I do have a meeting at 8, so I'm just going to prepare for that.
And because a master's isn't stressful enough, I've also decided 2025 is the year I start trying to make more documentary style videos for YouTube, which I have absolutely no idea how to do or any relevant skills, but I am really, really hopeful that we can create something interesting and helpful videos. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, then make sure to hit the subscribe button to see how we get on.
Meeting done, red light mask on.
I could not avoid it anymore. My master's was 4 days away. Cue me scribbling down all my past challenges, my Q4 goals, and pretending like I have it all figured out.
This is becoming a little bit of a joke now, guys. It is almost 2 p.m. and for the last 2 years I have been begging for more free time. And the moment I have free time, what am I doing with it? I am wasting it. My packed suitcase has been staring me in the face all day. It has not moved. I have to pack up all my stuff so that I can move flats. And my motivation is at an all-time low. So, I do have a master plan. I have not yet watched The Summer I Turned Pretty. And from what I've heard, it has everyone hooked. So, I'm going to put on The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I'm going to tell myself the only time I can watch it is whilst I'm clearing away this flat. That is the plan. I think I might make myself a matcha first.
Hi, I'm Lola Tung, and this episode...
Quick bit of procrastination, but like me who really struggles to stay tidy and stay organised, however, loves organised things. Oh my god, this is the best present. So basically you can just buy one and they're all different. So that's the top one, this one, and there. I think this one I might put sunglasses in and they all just stack. How cute. I am trying to get rid of stuff as I am packing up. So we're going to need to go through my sunglasses. All of these are super cheap that I've definitely just grabbed last minute because I didn't bring sunglasses somewhere and it was sunny. However, I feel like I'm at a phase in my life where I would like some high quality sunglasses. And I have 2 pairs from Mela. Really love them, basically just use them all the time. So I am thinking, Faye, how much do you actually need? So I'm going to try them on, try not to be too sentimental. Oh, I think these are kind of fun. They're like a bit red, little pop of colour. Okay, right, I think these are a bit shit. Yeah, they can go. I don't think these are mine, but I don't know who this belongs to give it back to them. These are quite cute. These can go. They're kind of fun. Yeah. They are broken.
But feeling good about myself wasn't meant to last much longer. So I decided I needed to call my biggest supporter.
Good morning, team. It is 5:11 in the morning and I think we have been up for the past an hour. Yeah, but it's better than waking up at 1 in the morning, so we have made an improvement, and very excitingly, I'm actually going to be bringing my clothes round to the new flat. This is the first thing that I'm moving into the new flat and I cannot believe it's happening.
And because I didn't already make enough impulsive decisions in the 3 days since I've been back, I decided I wanted to do something pretty extreme. You might be thinking I was fully focused on trying to sort out our new flat, but do not be fooled, because I was very much looking forward to a special appointment at 9 a.m. But yes, new hair, but same old me. So as classic Faye, I was in a rush because two familiar faces were being silly and decided to try and play hide and seek. When I filmed the longevity video, I was really surprised at how much the doctor emphasised the importance of relationships. Call me delusional, given my current workload and schedule, but spending time with my loved ones is definitely something I want to prioritise going forward now that I'm not working as a doctor in a hospital. Stick around to see if I succeed, I guess. Good morning, team.
Whoa.
Guess who I've woken up to in my home? Say hello. But if you were thinking, Faye, it seems that you have got everything together by now, you are eating homemade meals, we are gonna go to the Palestinian bakery. Taking care of yourself and meeting your friends. Let me bring you back to reality. That morning, I also had to record one of my most exciting podcast episodes so far, which I genuinely hope will answer all of your questions about fertility. This is reality, me eating pizza on the floor. But hey, at least the wardrobe was taking form, so I will hopefully have some easy to access clothes for my masters. But little did I know, I was about to have a very stressful last day before starting my masters.
Good morning, team. I'm very sorry I could not speak this morning. I woke up at silly o'clock in the morning and did not want to wake Dylan up. It was not very Sunday morning of me at all. I am feeling pretty stressed. Have absolutely not got my life back on track. If anything, I've derailed it further. Tomorrow I start my masters. And today we are hoping to sleep in the new flat tonight. So today is looking like an extremely stressful day. I've also got a YouTube video going up at 6 p.m. that is not quite ready. I haven't got my ID badge ready for uni tomorrow. There's a lot to do and I'm trying not let that send me into a little bit of a paralysis, which tends to happen when I'm feeling a little bit stressed. I just need to recognise what I should try and do, what I can try and do. Chip away at the small stuff, and hopefully by the end of this evening I am in a little bit better a place than this morning. Cheers.
Very naive of me thinking the day would get easier. Not even close. Right, we have a car full of stuff. Something I genuinely do not understand is how in 2025 and people can go into space, but we are still having to move things from A to B. I cannot verbalise how much I despise moving. And I've moved 4 times in the last 3 years and I'm so done. Hopefully this is the last move we have planned for a while. But little did I know the best was yet to come and I was about to land myself in one very sticky situation.
Oh my God, we did not do that. But I do not drive, Dylan drives. I am a passenger princess through and through, but I have booked this. So I'm insured on it. So I am driving this big ass van. I am never driving a manual car ever again. We survived.
Now I'm a firm believer that you always need to reward yourself after overcoming your biggest fears.
Dylan said because I was a good girl and drove the van, we can have an Indian. I think maybe I should rename this vlog Getting Even Further Off Track. I was going to call it Getting Back on Track. Yeah. I've fallen well off the track. I said to her that
He's stunning, absolutely stunning. So I was about to turn on the camera and say how I think that this vlog has been a complete fail. However, I think there's actually a really important learning point to take from the last few days, and that is sometimes it is absolutely necessary to be off the track. As in, if I had got back on track and I'd got back to all my habits of healthy eating, regular exercise, etc, etc, that may have meant that my move would have been delayed and gone on way longer than it actually needed to. When sometimes you actually do just need to lock in, focus on one thing and one thing only. And is that healthy in the long term? No. Is it necessary for short bursts of intense periods of your life where you just need to get something done? Yes. Tomorrow is a fresh start, and I think the right decision was absolutely to make sure that I was moved ready for a new week on Monday tomorrow. So hopefully I can get back on track then. In the meantime, we still have a bed to put up, so I will keep you updated on how that goes. So the bathroom doesn't have a mirror yet, so I'm gonna have to wash my face with just the camera. And because these days have just been one win after another. As you can tell, we did not make the bed. I have made the executive decision that I think it would be better for us to get a good night's sleep and for me to start my masters tomorrow with a bit of a fresher head. On that note, I am going to be vlogging the first week of my masters, so if you did want to see that, then make sure that you are subscribed with the notification bell on. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.